Hey, everyone. Welcome on for our second Thrive Thursday. Real quick here, I'm just checking that I am everywhere I need to be. Oh, there's no share button. Okay, we'll have to do that later. Today, we have a very special guest. Uh, Her name is Jodi Marvin, good friend of mine, and she is here. She's here to help us rock our holiday sales and boost our business game. She is the powerhouse behind the Virtual Assistant Academy, where she equips naturally organized women, entrepreneurs, and virtual assistants with the tools, confidence, and strategies that they need to thrive online. Because it's a little bit different, right, than doing belly to belly or in person business. She's especially passionate about helping business owners maximize their potential just in time for the busy holiday season. I've been out and about in the shops the last few days, and it is crazy. I feel like Christmas is already just a few weeks away. Well, it is a few weeks away, but like Thanksgiving time. So, in today's chat, she'll be sharing her journey and the work that she's doing to help entrepreneurs just like you thrive, and some insights into how we can all make the most of this holiday season. Plus, she's got some incredible resources to share with us. So let's dive in. I'm going to bring Jodi up on stage. Add to stage. There we go. Hey, Jodi.
Hey, hey,
Welcome.
how are you? Thank you, Rebecca, so much for having me. I'm so excited to be
Yes.
here and to connect with all of these, the lovely ladies and gents here in your community. So
Mhm.
thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
so much. Yes, thank you. I'm excited to hear about all of the things that you're going to share with us today. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what inspired you to create the Virtual Assistant Academy?
I would love to. So my name is Jodi Marvin, as Rebecca said. And by the way, thank you for that introduction. It was very lovely.
Oh,
I so
welcome.
appreciate that. You make me sound so good.
You
Oh
inspire me. You inspire me.
Uh, but again, I'm Jodi Marvin. I am the founder of the Virtual Assistant Academy. And I do specialize in helping women create thriving virtual assistant businesses from home. Um, and and today I'm actually thrilled to be here to share some key strategies to help you master your holiday sales and avoid burnout during the holiday season. And, I just want to tell you that. So my journey started about, I'm going to say, over a decade ago. So in 2010, I can remember going down to my local clerk's office, right, and filing my DBA. It was an
Mhm, mhm,
exciting time for me, but back then I was a burnout mom. I was working a corporate job, and and me just being so extra anyway, right? I really wanted to help more than just one company, like in a corporate job, right? Because I knew that I had the skills that I can go out there and help several small business owners, and I knew that there were a lot of businesses out there that needed admin and operations support, right?
mhm.
So that's
Always,
when, yeah, I
always.
took a plunge and I started in 2010 providing admin and operations support services. And
Mhm.
that's when my work at home journey actually really began. Although I did some work at home gigs way back in the 90s. It's funny. I
Last
just,
century.
yeah, work
Last
at home
century.
is just like in my blood, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And even in the 90s, I took on I didn't have any experience, but I applied for this job. It wasn't even really a job, it
Mhm.
was like a contractor type job,
Yeah.
and it was medical transcription. Had no
Ah,
idea what I
yes.
was doing, but
Uh-huh.
I applied for it anyway, and they're
Mhm.
like, "Your references were so good that we didn't care that you didn't have experience," and they took me on, and what I did was
That's
I drove to
awesome.
different doctors' offices, and I
Right,
remember those little
right.
transcription, like the little cassette tapes that they used to have in those handheld things, and they would talk, they would
Mhm.
talk.
Yeah, and you take the tapes and yeah.
Yeah, go to their offices and pick up those
Uh-huh.
tapes and drive them home and type them from home and then print them
Right,
and then drop them, go drop them back off and then pick up the next tape. So
right,
that was
right.
way back in the 90s when everybody's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, working at home. Wow, that's so
Yeah, that
so
used to
cool."
be one of the only ways you could work at home was, like, the medical transcription
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
billing, I think. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yep. So it
Mhm.
started way back then. So it's always been in my blood. But yeah, so and I've had over a decade of work at home experience, and I truly love it. And now I want to help other women do the same thing, because even though work at home is super popular right now, sometimes it is hard to get something established, isn't it? Um,
Mhm. It is.
And I've
It
just
is.
found that over the years that, there's other, women, especially moms, right, that are kind of stuck in their 9 to 5 jobs, and they're
Mhm.
overwhelmed and they're kind of unfulfilled. And I know
Mhm.
what that feels like. So, yeah, I was like, hey, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to teach women to start these businesses at home, and
Yeah,
starting with virtual assistants, because that's how I started as well. So, and it's definitely a doable
absolutely.
thing. So that, that's kind of how my journey started.
That is wonderful because, all of us solopreneurs out there, we're putting on all these different hats, and here you are providing virtual assistance for
That's right. That's right.
all of us. Yes, it's a
And
win-win.
yeah, and I do get some questions every once in a while that says that for people that ask, well, isn't this the market saturated? There's a lot of virtual assistants out there. And I'm like, yes, yes, there are a lot of
Mhm.
people that, become virtual assistants. But
Right.
I'm going to tell you, the most recent statistics, I think, was that there's 5.4 billion businesses started every single year. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so I
Mhm.
mean, there's always new
Right.
businesses
There
being
is
established.
right,
And you know what?
right.
This is even funnier. Virtual assistants sometimes need a virtual assistant. So
True.
so
You need
just
a
it
team.
just goes to show you that
Mhm.
it's needed. It's definitely needed.
And I think too with, social media, right?
Oh,
It's not just one avenue. It's
right.
you gotta be able to do the videos, you gotta be able to add you gotta be able to do the content, and that's a whole other specialty that, there's specializations, right, in being a
There's
virtual
definitely
assistant. It's
specializations.
not
Yeah,
just the
yeah,
bring the
for sure.
coffee and make the schedule, so
Absolutely. And I think that when we all become entrepreneurs at first, especially, it's like,
Mhm.
oh, this is exciting. This is going to be fun. And it is fun and it is exciting. But then
Yes.
shortly afterwards, we realize, ooh, there's a lot to do. So that's why, specialization is, yeah, definitely, um, an opportunity, because there's so many different areas of tasks and projects that entrepreneurs need. I mean, there's bookkeeping, there's social media, there is
Right.
organizing different things, and HR. I mean,
Right.
HR, depending on,
As a
if you have
whole.
other
Mhm.
people. Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
there's just so many
Yeah.
different needs.
It's a lot. So thank you for creating and providing
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm so
well-trained
happy. Yeah.
VA.
And yeah. And, it's just, you know, it- my mission really is to, empower women to build some just flexible, home-based
Yes.
businesses, right? Just,
Right.
and giving them the
Right.
tools and the confidence they need to actually build some, multiple income streams. And I've really been on that
Mhm.
multiple income stream kick lately,
Mhm.
adding
Yes.
my own in, and,
That's right.
and
That's
kind of
right.
like paying it forward. Um, and kind of throwing that into my virtual assistant academy too, because virtual assistants can also add that,
Use
some more
more.
income streams,
Mhm.
triple or
Yep.
multiple income streams.
Yep. I think we've learned that in the past few years that in this economy, you definitely can't rely on only just one stream of
That's right.
income.
That's
So,
right.
speaking of streams of income, the holidays are coming up. We're going to segue into talking about sales. And right now, you're hosting a boot camp called Rock Your Holiday Sales. What do you see as some of the biggest challenges that business owners face during the holiday season? And
Oh,
how is your boot camp uh, equipping us to
yeah.
to strategize a little bit before
Yeah,
the rush
absolutely.
totally hits?
I would love to share that. Well, I mean, as we all know, that the holiday season can be both very exciting, right? And
Hmm.
overwhelming for business owners,
Hmm.
right? So one of the biggest challenges that I see, is really just balancing the rush of sales, right, with the
Hmm.
everyday demands of just running your business. Because sometimes we just get so busy with focusing on working, in our business, we're not working on it, right? And it
Right.
really is
Exactly.
just so easy to get caught up in the chaos and lose track of the strategy, you know.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
and another challenge is
Taking that bird's eye view. Yeah,
yeah,
trying to
for
get that bird's
sure.
eye
Yeah.
view. Mhm,
And another challenge, that, I've learned, is that, just standing out in a crowded market, right? Because everyone is running
mm,
promotions at the same time. You were just talking about, before you did my intro, you were just talking about, you've been out and
yeah.
about.
Oh,
The holidays are upon us, as we can
oh my
see,
gosh.
because it's not even, I still have my jack-o'-lantern here, but when we go out
Yeah,
to
it's not
stores,
even
what are we seeing?
Halloween.
We're seeing Christmas trees and
Mm,
all of the holiday decorations and all that. So,
yes.
and here we come with that rush of, holiday promotions that we're going to see. So, actually trying to stand out, right, is another
Mhm,
challenge. So,
mhm.
but that is where, and you mentioned that I have this wonderful boot camp. It's a free boot camp. It's,
Yes,
it's actually a
yes.
5 week boot camp, and we did our
Mhm.
fourth week number 4 last night. I can't believe it. Like,
Oh, goodness.
October is
Time
like,
has flown. Oh my gosh.
yeah. So we're doing it every
Yeah,
Wednesday in October
that's
at
awesome.
8 p.m. Eastern. And we are
Great.
we're focusing on creating just a really nice, solid sales strategy, but it's a simple one,
Mhm,
not like an overcomplicated one, right?
mhm.
And one that
Right,
is intentionable. It is sustainable, right? So we can get it done and not
right,
be super
right.
overwhelmed with it, and then
Yes,
tailored to your audience as well, right? So,
perfect.
yeah, and so what
All
I'm
good
doing,
things.
yeah, they are. And I'm teaching business owners how to attract the customers, and
Mhm,
using email marketing. We're throwing a little bit of social media in there too, and
mhm,
maybe some
mhm.
special offers. And again, all without getting burned out for the holidays. All right, because it's
Right.
really, I'm an automation junkie. I love automation. It's what I do, and I've done it for a long time. If I can find a way to automate something, I will, if
Mhm.
it's reasonable, right, within reason.
I agree,
But,
I agree.
so the boot camp is all about leveraging the power of automation and just creating a really engaging experience for customers. All right. And plus, I am sharing some time tested strategies to just drive consistent sales,
Mhm.
not just during the holidays, but this,
Exactly,
this
exactly.
takes you into what happens after the holidays, because we should always
Right.
be, we should always have that automation in place, right?
Mhm,
So the
mhm,
boot camp is kind of like it's that little first baby step for, for those business owners who they want to have their holiday sales set up and ready to go before the rush
mhm.
comes, right? So,
Right,
ah,
right.
I'm not stressed out about it. But then afterwards, what do you do with that?
Yeah,
You take that even further. Now you build upon it, and you just add little things to it, and use it throughout the year. So,
right.
and
Oh, I love it.
yeah, I absolutely love running this. I'm running this with one of my colleagues. Her name is Sarah McClintock, and she
Yes.
is
Okay.
a CRM coach. So
Mhm.
she's also an automation junkie. So,
Fantastic. We
uh,
might have to have her come on and talk too.
that's right. So putting the two of us together to do the training is amazing. And she's actually doing hands-on. She's in the back end of our CRM system,
Mhm.
showing you
Okay,
exactly how to put
okay.
everything together.
Oh,
So,
that is so key.
yeah,
Yes,
and we've
both
been
the
building it
guided
week by week.
walkthrough.
So,
Yeah,
it's a doable thing, and I just want it to be something that's not
that's
like
awesome.
so overly complicated that you just say forget it, because a confused mind does what?
Right.
It does nothing, right?
Nothing, does nothing.
So we're
Yes.
we're just trying to make it simple.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
sharing.
so you don't necessarily need someone to be running it for you. It's something that even,
Yes,
just some simple tools that you can use yourself
very simple.
as you're building your business.
You
Yeah,
got it. And
that's awesome. That's
building
awesome.
it yourself is something that's really important too, because y- you know, before you can train like a VA or someone to do what you want them to do, it's important
Mhm.
for you to know how to do it yourself so that you can keep an eye on it, right? Because you are the manager
Right.
of your business, you're the
That
CEO.
is true.
And when
That's
you're,
right.
when what needs to happen, you can supervise that
Mhm.
in the right way.
Oversee it a little bit more. Yes,
Yeah.
that's for sure. When I have someone working with me in the kitchen,
Oh,
I have to keep an eye, especially, for party services. When I hire people, I have to keep
you
an
got
eye.
it. You got
Hey,
it.
what's happening?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
absolutely the same thing. So Jody, you said you're already on week 4. So are the previous sessions on replay? I'm hoping in your group. So if people jump
Yes.
in.
They
Yes,
are. They
awesome.
are on
Awesome.
replay.
Okay.
Yes, we have weeks
Thinking
1
ahead.
through 4
Fantastic.
that we've already, and we're running these live, by the way. And so the replays
Mhm.
are in my Facebook community. So,
Mhm.
and those will be available. There's a beautiful workbook, and we also have a lot of bonuses that we're throwing in there too, like
Exciting.
done for you
Yes.
templates, and things like that.
Okay.
So,
Wonderful. Entrepreneurs need treats and and gifts and all kinds of goodies to keep us motivated too,
That's right.
right? And we like things that will make our entrepreneurial life and journey just a little bit easier. So,
Yes, we
yeah,
do. Yes, we
thank
do.
you, thank you.
It should be
And
fun.
we'll make sure to drop those. Yes, and we'll make sure to drop those links below, right, for your group
Yeah,
and to get everyone in there. Oh,
absolutely.
fantastic. So let's see. Top tips. Let's see. We already talked about balancing running a business, avoiding burnout. This is a big one because I think, especially for us busy moms, right? This is
Mm.
like the all the sitcom rerun episodes right now are the holiday episodes, and mom's always running around being crazy. And I know I can definitely relate, even though my kids are in college now. It's
It's
still that
true.
time of
It
year.
seems like it's
Yeah,
always something, right? Even with, like,
right.
because I have adult children too.
You
They're
have
not
adult
even children
children.
anymore,
Yep.
but yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It just never
So,
ends.
increase, not decreasing burnout. So how are these tools going to help us kind of stay on track, and what
Yeah.
else might you suggest
Yeah, absolutely. And this
for
is
just
such an
keeping on top?
important topic too, right?
Mhm.
And so what these tools are going to do is they're going to allow you to plan ahead, right? Because,
Yeah.
and then that's actually one of my first tips is no matter what you're doing, planning ahead, what does that do for you? It does relieve the stress. Like you're doing the work on the
Mhm.
front end, right?
Right.
So that's kind of what automation is. You're doing that work on the front end. You're planning ahead, right? You set
Mhm.
some clear and manageable goals for what you really want to achieve, especially
Mhm.
during the holiday season, right?
Right.
And
Right.
just it helps you to prioritize what matters the most and what you need to focus on. Um, and don't try to do everything at once, right? Like wait until
Right.
the last minute when you want to get your holiday sales out there, or
Oh, yeah,
just
because it's already happening. I'm already getting the emails. They
I
started like
know,
last week or the week
I know,
before, and I was like, "Uh-oh, I
yeah.
gotta get back to Jody's boot camp because I'm a little behind."
Yes. Yeah. And secondly too, Rebecca, is that what putting some of these plans in place, what it does is it helps you to embrace some automation, right? And of course,
Mhm.
again, I'm an automation
Mhm.
junkie, so I can talk about it all day. But and
Right.
the reason why is because automating things like your email marketing, your social media posts, your customer follow-ups, because we all know that the fortune is in the
Mm,
follow-up, right?
it is. That is
And
true. That is
statistics
true.
show that it
Right.
takes up to 12 touches of
Ugh,
follow-up to
that's
make a
twice as
sale.
many than just a few years ago. Twice
It's
as many as
it's
Mhm.
okay, so it's a lot. So
Yeah.
those customer
Yeah.
follow-ups, especially if they're automated, all this automation can save you, like, hours of your time and your energy. And I
Mhm.
mean, and we know that our time and our energy gets zapped during the holidays, right? Even it's like it's
Oh,
like
so much.
elevated.
Yes,
So
yes.
having those tools like a CRM system,
Mhm.
and it can really just help to streamline everything, from your sales funnels, getting those out there, and then your client
Right.
communication. Because there's so
Right.
many pieces to the puzzle, right? And the more that we can automate, that it's really just going to help to streamline.
Yeah, absolutely, and I agree with you. There is also this pushback towards automation, doesn't it make it less personal
Hmm.
is, what a lot of
Yeah,
people are concerned about, and I know
yeah,
I've had some customers or, potential customers who have replied back and said, "Quit addressing me by my name, and it's just a sales," but I'm like, "Well, but there's
yeah,
more in there.
yeah.
It's not just that." How do you respond to that, that the
I definitely
automation
agree
is
that
Mhm,
there needs to be the human component and the personal relationship component. So
mhm,
automate where you can and
mhm,
build those personal relationships where you can as well, right?
mhm.
So
Right,
when you are sending out your emails, right?
right.
When you are sending your offer to someone, okay.
Mhm,
So let's talk about a strategy. With getting your offer out there. The first thing that you do is you have an opt-in form, right? So someone sees your offer,
right.
ooh, I think I want that. So they fill out their information. Okay.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
they're giving you their information, and in exchange, you're giving them something, right? Something of value.
Yes.
Now, if someone were to give you their email address, and say that you had 20 people that responded, would you want to go and have to send 20 different emails to 20 different people to give them the offer that you, whatever your offer was,
Mm-mm.
right?
No.
So automation in that respect, I think is totally great. It's amazing. Now it's that follow up I think that counts, right? And to have
Ah,
the personal relationship. So when you're going into the
right.
DMs to talk to them, or
Right.
however it is that you are following up with them, that's when you can add the personal touch. And I
Right.
love automation, I really do, but there are some things that you need to, you need to incorporate that the human element. Build a
Have the
personal
personal
relationship.
touch too.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Absolutely, because that's where their customer retention comes in, right? And the
oh,
repeat
yeah.
sales. And so,
Yes.
yeah, because we make this big push, right? I noticed it with myself. You make this big push towards the holidays, and then we get to, December 26th or
Yeah.
even January 2nd. And it's like, okay, I need to breathe for like 30
Yeah.
days. But you
Yeah.
don't want to do that when you're in business. You can't just let things drop. You've got to somehow
That's
keep
right.
going.
And that's where
Yeah.
planning ahead again really is
Hmm.
really helpful because you set up what your campaign is going to look like, what your
Right.
follow-ups are going to look like. Are some of your
Right.
follow-ups going to be automated? Sure, they should be.
Right.
Which ones are not going to be automated, and which ones are where you're going to say, okay, I'm going to draw the line, and
Hmm.
we're going to put that human element in there and build that personal relationship. And do you
Hmm.
bring like a VA on to help you with, responding to some of those
Yeah.
DMs so that they are personal, right?
Right. Right.
So
That's very true.
there are ways
True.
to keep that, to keep it a more like a personal approach.
Mhm, mhm. That's wonderful to hear. Oh my goodness, I wish I'd found you much earlier in my entrepreneurial career.
Ah, yes.
Oh goodness, everything happens in its own time and its
That's
own
right.
season.
It sure
So,
does.
very exciting, very exciting. So we're rounding up here on our little chat. Did you have resources? We had the free boot camp, right? That's what we were going
Yes, yes.
to
So we have
drop.
the free boot
Okay,
camp, and we have,
great.
again, it's in my it is in my group, but I do
Your
have a
Facebook
registration
community.
form. So if you want to register
Yep,
for it, because then you'll
yep,
get the workbook and you'll get all of the
absolutely.
bonuses that come with it, and then you'll
All
get
the
the
good.
replays as well. And
Yeah, great. We will drop that below.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And
Okay.
again, it's completely free. It is designed to help business owners to just supercharge the sales, be prepared. And
Mhm.
we cover everything from creating an irresistible offer to using the social
Yeah,
media and the email to drive the sales. And again,
yeah.
the bonuses include templates and checklists and strategies just to help you stay organized and
Amazing.
on track.
Absolutely
So,
amazing. And it's about getting that if you can get that system in place, right? And then you
yeah,
can just clone it and
yeah.
you'll be ready for the next holiday sales that come
You
up,
got
what,
it. You
Easter?
got it. Yeah,
March and
getting that
April?
system in
Yeah.
place but doing
Mhm.
it in a simple way, like not overcomplicating it
Right,
because,
right.
the holidays are approaching. We see them, they're already popping up. Things are already popping up. So getting it in place, keeping it simple, and then later on
Mhm.
building on it. Like the next holiday,
Absolutely.
you can add some more fancy things to it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, but just
exactly.
get started, just get
That's
it
right.
in place.
You got it.
Absolutely, and stay connected, of course, with you because you're
I
gonna
would
keep us
love it.
consistent and
Yay.
going
Yeah, come on over
after
to
the
my Facebook
holidays.
profile and send me a friend request. I would love to connect and welcome to come to my Facebook group is called the Virtual Assistant Collective, and we
Mhm,
have all kinds of lovely women in there that are looking to build VA businesses, or we're looking for VAs, or looking to
right,
specialize and
right,
offer services and things like that. So I'd love to have uh,
wonderful.
anybody on there.
Great
It would be
connections. Yes, and
wonderful.
you have a weekly I think you do a weekly coffee chat with entrepreneurs as well, with
I do. I
weekly
sure do
tips
every
and
Wednesday at
yeah,
10 a.m.
fantastic.
Eastern
All right.
inside the
Yeah,
group.
so everyone mark your calendars.
Yes, thank
Business wellness
you.
every week. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jody, for hopping on with us today, and we'll make sure we stay connected with you,
Yeah.
in your group and through your boot camp. Fantastic.
Well, Rebecca, thank you
Yeah.
so much for having me. It's been a pleasure chatting with you today.
You are most welcome. All right, everyone, that's it for today's Thrive Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you hopped on a little late or catching this later, it's definitely on replay here. And we're going to drop below those two resources for you. The boot camp, it is on week 4, so you're going to want to jump in and get your sales funnel and your email marketing and all of that set for the holidays. And it's a simple system and strategy that you can use the entire year. We also will drop below the link for Jody's community so you can stay connected. And if you're looking for a VA or looking to be a VA, she has fabulous resources for you there as well. So next week, I hope you join us for Thrive Thursday. We're continuing with our business wellness spot. We're going to move on to beauty wellness in a little bit, but we're focusing on business wellness right now with the holidays upon us. We're going to welcome on Melinda Johnson, who's going to give us some simple Canva tips. If any of you have dived in and used any of the graphic design apps, Canva is wonderful. If I can learn to use it, I know that you can too. And there's some fabulous tricks that you can use to make your all of your graphics just a little bit, and even things for Christmas, a little bit simpler and a little bit more show stopping, scroll stopping, as the case may be. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week for Thrive Thursday at 11 a.m. Have a great day, everyone.